Hey guys, and welcome back to the Thelearningdroid. We've got a really short one today. It's a small project done on Veg-tan leather, and the entire thing is done with spear point bits. First off, I use a specifically chosen spear point bit that's only used for this, and I lay the pattern face up, laser printed pattern again. You can do this with an ink printed pattern. The temperature is set very, very low, guys. It's not burning, it's not doing anything. All it's doing is allowing me to press into the leather with a heated bit, which gives me the pattern on the other side of the leather as an impression. That way, guys, I don't have to transfer ink onto the leather, I don't have to burn ink. Because it's heated, the pyrography bit does melt the ink though, which means that your pyrography bit gets dirty and you don't want to use it for anything else. So there's the impressioned pattern, guys. The reason it was on a piece of wood was simply because I clipped the pattern on and I needed the piece of wood to raise the leather up. I switch over to a spear point bit that I use for burning leather. It's best to have a separate bit for burning leather, guys, because leather will produce a lot of moisture and a lot of mess on your bits. So guys, I use the edge and I use the base of the spear point to do a variety of different sort of densities and thicknesses of burn. Here, guys, I'm using the spear point on a slight line, slight angle, and I'm using small dragging motions to create the line. With this, guys, the pattern sometimes doesn't come through perfectly clearly, so you have to do it yourself. I'm just using little taps with the edge of the spear point to give the slight feathering effect, guys. And the machine had been turned up slightly for this, of course. As you can see, guys, it's reasonably simple. It's very similar to burning on wood. Gentle and careful, nice light contact, and always, again, just as with burning with wood, draw the piece towards you. I'm going to work on the branch now, guys, so I'm going to be using much more of the edge, but I'm going to be pressing firmer to make darker, more distinct lines, rather than the slightly feathered lines and the slightly shaded lines I used before. I added shading in the shape of the collar on the robin to give it shape because it was seeming very 2D, feathered the top because it seemed a bit smooth, and then I move on to bordering it, guys. And for bordering it, all I do is hold the piece at an angle to the border and draw it along to give me a nice edge. Then I tilt the piece up and I burn again, and the reason for this is, guys, I want to tilt down the edge of that piece of leather, so I'm basically almost shaping the piece of leather with the edge of the pyrography machine, because the heat burns it down and it just gives it a slightly more rounded edge. I mean, these pieces have rounded edges already, but it just gives it a slightly better rounding on the edge. And I repeat it on all four of the corners, and we're done. Once again, guys, the links for the music and the person who did my entry art are in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you again next time. I'll add a photo of the finished piece as well, a close-up once it's been waxed. I finished them, guys, just with neutral polish. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.